Our house faces east. We're happy with the yews. Out in front of the yews, very low, you can see the Coreopsis grab, or how do you say that I cut back. Sarah suggested perhaps a row of low-growing hydrangeas between the yews and the Coreopsis. Our one big question up in front is there used to be a Korean spice planted right there by the stoop, and it died. I've got that low-growing juniper. We don't want anything really tall there. Is that a place for one nice bush in that space? And what might we consider? There used to be a Japanese maple here. You can see the stump there. We're going to have the stump taken out, and we are thinking about putting a red bud in this corner. This is a northeast corner. This is a linden tree on the north side of our lot. We are planning to have it taken down. It always seems to be shedding sap and branches, and when we park our cars underneath it, it's a mess. Ideas for replacements? Kathy's wondering about a ginkgo. This is a little closer view of where the Japanese maple was planted that I cut down, and this is the area where we still want to keep the dianthus and the helleborus there, and then put in a redbud. We're now on the north side of our house. Two of the downspouts empty into an area a little behind and to the right of that bird feeder. It's a funny area then, because in the middle there it can be nice and moist, but then once you get to the outside of the pine trees on either side, it's pretty darn dry. Got those mini limelights, whatever those are called. We've got these two now getting old blue spruce. He talked about them having a disease that he says all blue spruce in this area get eventually, and he said it's nothing imminent. We could take the trees down, or we could just cut out some of the dead and live with it for a while. A little bit of a dilemma. It's just a perfect habitat for the birds. Feeders in the middle there. The birds congregate, and we can watch them from our our kitchen window. Take them down and replant. What would we replant? Or just leave it like it is for now with taking some of the dead out? Your thoughts would be appreciated. This is a red maple. It's on the north side of the lot. And there's actually, it looks a little worse than it actually shows up in this video. When you get toward the top, a big chunk of the left half of the top is dead. It's a tree that was planted in memory of Kathy's sister. Plus, it was a beautiful tree. He said the basic problem is that the roots girdle the tree, and it's been attacked by borers. How do you say that? He can take out the dead, work on the roots, work on the creatures. We still have a tree that's a little rough because of the dead spots, but I think for now we'll just give it a try and see how it looks. Should we get our trees fed and checked every year or every few years? It's just not something we think about. In the back, here's another blue spruce. The back means the west side. Blue spruce is in better shape than those other two, and there's that glorious white pine. This is under the red maple. It's a pretty rough environment for plants underneath it. The roots are numerous and close to the surface. So when you try to plant something, you've got roots, and it also gets really dry there. I think one of the dumber things I did was that ball-shaped hydrangea used to spread almost to the front of the bed, and I dug out a bunch of it. That's good. I gave it to neighbors, but I dug out a bunch of it thinking that I was going to replant that area. I actually had some success with that, but it's kind of at a low ebb there. Any ideas on what we might put there would be appreciated. We'd plant after they stop fussing with the trees. That big bush in the back, that's called Dreamcatcher. We got that from the Arboretum a bunch of years ago. Took a while to really look good, but oh man, it is really awesome when it's in bloom, and it's pretty attractive when it's not. We just love it. Too bad we're the only one that sees it. This is the west side of the house. Those are 3 amyl anchors. And I read that since it's a bush type, that I could prune those back a little bit like you might do with a lilac, I think, and that it would come up again well branched. Or this is the south side of our backyard. Try to plant some things for butterflies and hummingbirds. This is the bed and the deck underneath that blue spruce on the west side of the lot, and the white pine.